Many of us dread bathing suit season, but here to make it easier on us is clothing consultant Allison Myers. Your timing is perfect with 90-degree temperatures this weekend.
Yes, it is. Luckily. Well, I usually never have a problem finding models for my segments, but today nobody would come in. No takers today, including myself. So what I thought I'd do is go through, a few swimsuits, things that are available locally this season, and make it a little bit easier for women. And if there's a few things that you can pay attention to, keeping in mind your unique body shape, that makes it easier and makes you more comfortable.
Before you get started, I just wanted to say that sometimes people might look at a price tag of a suit and go, I'm not spending $100 on a bathing suit. But when you find one that fits you well and flatters you, it's money well spent.
Absolutely, and it makes life at the beach much easier and much more comfortable. And we'll talk about some more expensive ones as well as very reasonably priced ones, as well as some cover-ups. So we'll start over here. We have a few. We're going to start with, first we have one bikini for all of you out there who dare to bear. But I like this one in particular, and I'll show you a little bit of just some of the details that I like. It has this thick band around the chest bone here, or the rib cage, that really gives you a little bit additional support, and a halter top with more coverage and thicker ties are really good for people who are bigger busted. So that's why I chose this one in a nice classic black and white shape. In addition to these bottoms, I really like as well. They have this unique belt feature here, but also what I really like is it has a nice thick side. What a thick side does is it really prevents what I call in my workshops the spillage. So the thicker the side, the less likely you are to be overflowing over the side, and that's a big problem area for a lot of women. So love this bathing suit. This is by Ann Cole, available at mid-range department stores like Macy's and Nordstrom.
And you said it was on clearance too?
It is on clearance right now at Macy's. So.
Bonus?
Yes, bonus. So next we're going to go to tankinis. Very popular now. They're two pieces. The advantages of tankinis is that you can wear them if you're different sizes on the top or the bottom. You also can wear them if you're long torsoed. I like this one. It's a little bit more glamorous. This is available at Gap Body. Metallic, still very popular this season, but I like it's a little bit of a darker metallic, and it has this drawstring that creates ruching, so it's not so clingy in the midsection and can cover up a lot of...
Can you adjust the length with this too?
You can, yes. So if you're shorter torsoed or longer torsoed, exactly. But again, this ruching really covers up what I call surface imperfections underneath. Okay. Also, the bottom, what I loved about this, again, totally adjustable through these side ties. So this is a great but more glamorous tankini versus what is more of a sporty tankini, which is here. What this does, this uses something called color technology, and we're going to talk a little bit about that later, but what it does is really minimizes with a dark color on the bottom. Hips tend to be a woman's problem area, draws attention, the color blocking draws attention upwards with brighter prints. So that's what this particular one does, and again, for more of the sportier type. Next we have more of your support suits. My favorite line being Miracle Suit. It's expensive, $130 for the suit, but here's an example of one that really pulls you in. Their tagline is lose 10 pounds in 10 seconds,
just by pulling the suit on.
Pulls you in, and also they tend to be designed really keeping the woman's figure in mind with this ruching, the crossover wrap construction really minimizes the midsection. Deep V minimizes bust area. So $130.
And it has good support inside too.
Good support and underwire, which is huge for a lot of women who are busty. This is a less expensive version of a Miracle Suit. This is available at Kohl's. You'll see a lot of the department stores have Miracle Suit lookalikes, but they tend not to be as great of quality, don't wash as well, don't keep their elasticity. Miracle Suit, the biggest selection is at cyberswim.com. You can also get it at Macy's. But this was available at Kohl's for $80 versus your $130. But again, a lot of the same things to cover up a belly area and to minimize busts.
This one, I saw the Sex and the City movie over the weekend. Miranda has one on almost identical to this in one of the scenes.
This is a really popular model this season, a very retro look. This, I was actually just told yesterday that this was designed, it's Jansen, and designed after the very first Jansen suit. So it's very Marilyn Monroe, retro-like. This is particularly great for someone who wants to add to their top half with this, knot construction and a little bit of pleating, gives you a little bit more of a chest than you might have. You want to be careful with the low sides like this, because if you're very short, it's going to shorten your legs a bit. So the higher the sides, the longer your legs.
Is this a skirt in the back too?
Well, it's not really a skirt, just kind of a little bit of a retro feature. Just some cover-ups. I love this one for more of the sportier types with some flip-flops. Looks like a little sweatshirt, zip it, unzip it. I love the fact that it has a waistband. It gives you a little bit of shape and a pocket, that just lies nice and flat. and you know, little hood there, really cute, available at Gap Body. Oh, I'm sorry, this Jansen also available at Nordstrom or Macy's.
Okay, I've seen a lot of these cover-ups, really long ones.
Yes, this is called a maxi dress, very popular on the runways this season. I don't normally recommend them for everyday use because if you're bigger on the bottom or you have any bit of a belly, you're really going to see that through such a long construction. What it does do is it elongates you quite a bit, but you want to keep in mind, you know, that it does show some imperfections if you're bulging in the midsection.
Right.
So I think good for a cover-up if you want a little bit more coverage.
Okay.
And lastly, my favorite cover-up here, you know, more of a classic, you know, inspired by the shirt dress, which continues to be popular. This is I'm sorry, this was also at Kohl's.
Okay.
This is available at J. Crew. There are a few different prints. I love the classic white. You know, it's thin enough that you can see your bathing suit underneath it. Also thin enough in weight that it gives you a little bit of air, but also that very crisp classic look that I think, you know, looks good on so many people and gives you the arm coverage that many women want.
Great. Allie, thank you so much. If you have any questions for Allie or you'd like to reach her, give her a call, 469-1631. Or if you have a question for Allie or any of our Midday experts, you can email us your questions to midday@wnyt.com. Put the topic of your question, like Style Thursday, in the subject line.